Welcome, everyone, to Can We Talk Community Forum. It is very important how we uh, find things we see or know or can help in many ways to improve environments, people, and places. We all know how the world should be and environments, and where we go, we like to see it beautified. So today we're talking about volunteers and where needed to those in places will make a difference, battering environments to be great and people lives to be made a difference in, because so many things people don't tend to look at like others, and they want to think that sometimes people can do it themselves, and sometimes some places need a little bit more help than others. And so the reason of Can We Talk community forming is about how we can better environments where people go into or live at or be at, and how much it makes a difference in what we does, even if they don't have enough people in the environments or place they hired to help. But for us to know the true way of going in places to make people feel the same valued, important as anyone else, and even though the environments and places could be where they at, while others might be a little bit more different than theirs, but we can make them feel good and great about their environments the same. And going in with volunteers to show the greatness of making others feel good, to someone there to care, to show them how much we can see the concerns and needs to where they're at, and the vitalness to it is to know where needs are at and places are not being dealt with as others, and how to make it be great for them as anybody else. So I am Donna Herring, the clergy in a clergy alliance online and also in Columbus, Ohio. I want to bring before you and things I find in importance to make others know they value, they're cared about, where they want to go to, and times they may not, and sometimes people have to go to people to make them see where they value when they can't go and get someone to do something or hear them about something or don't care about it and can hear it. Then we look for places and ways of going to, and things to show people what people could be used at if they got extra time in they schedule when they are not with family time or out work. They can volunteer and offer help. And this is just to discuss where people can find these ways and they places they pass or things they want to see better for others or to improve environments, people, and places. And they all value because whether they in they where they want to be, we can make it important where they live and be is the same as others and where they really are where they want to be. And this all shows the importance of being in God's way, of dealing with people that way. Because everything in every hand and every doing and putting out into makes people see they value. They can expect to think about other things coming their way when they see a team or volunteer with others in places doing things to make a difference and in their environments to become better, for them to feel, wow, we got things. And also going times with some might what manner of letter, newsletter, and give an explanation of why this being provided to people out there in different environments. Also, in encouraging them to, once these things are done, how they care and keep things the way they want to see it and do, and be contented in until things get more in way of improvement in. But as this happens, they almost in the housing can make them feel this way, and seeing people there to do things they desire or offer them. It can be this way in places where they have to go and access to being open to them to use in public services and things they have to be into in and out to feel welcome and open to them as it is to others. And this is all offered in many paths and ways for diversity to them that's in places they want to improve. The HUD, metropolitan housing, also in places like low income housing to improve them to be in places they want to feel great in or feel this is up to date. They can feel like home. They can feel a place they can walk in and it looks clean, or the things they need repaired and provided in. That's what I mean coming forth with this. That some of those places, sometimes the people involved there don't always come right away to who they contract with to do services provided to those people that they bless and preparing for them in places to go. And after time, they people done lived in them, then the person they contracting with, and some of they hoods or people they rent from in the low income. Some of them don't always want to fix anything. Some of the people have to go through it, things that they're not liking. They can't do it, but they depending on who helped them get there. See to what they ask to be done. What they put it in a writing, in a request to them to reach out and even in a by phone call, and sometimes it takes them numerous times to call people there in these places also to constantly write to see where they can work it out with no other means of anything else. So that's why it helps when, if at times that people know these things, when they having hard times or struggles with people not taking care of things they're responsible for in the low income housing, HUD, metropolitan housing, then they give them policies and things to comply by what to do in these matters. Now, Metropolitan will send out inspectors to do, and it ain't necessarily them, but some of the people they contract or they clients or tenants rent from, they don't always want to do anything, and it takes them through things they don't like, and volunteers who know anything with knowledge and housing and helps and things to keep things in the right way, and that way can be a great asset to them by having a list, something down to help work with them when something ain't done in a while. They can't get the person to hear them they are really renting from. Excuse me. Excuse me. It makes a difference to have someone to come, take a look, tell them what they need to do, and if they don't, they can help them how to do it to make it easier, or advocate for them, or make it plain for them in what they write or type, what's happening, and so on to see what would take place, or get it to the ones in charge to see where they move or do something about it. I've known where some have moved out of their places for this type of situation. Nothing would take place to fix anything, or just would do nothing, then just they would have to move to discomfort them and things they should not have had to do, or to those over them, those paying their portion should have been addressing it, and sometimes they don't. They just tell them they should move. That's not fair, but it happens. We want to try to hope those things can be prevented and avoided, telling them that if they can have people to do what they're supposed to do, if they contracting with them, because that's one of the priorities of them living in a place that's nice or clean or sanitized or provided services to keep things in the right manner, way they should be in their dwelling. All that's important. And sometimes they're not heard by anyone, and they can know about it and won't do nothing about it. We want to hope that we can find ways of battering these situations for them, that people won't treat them that way, and do with them an all equal way of trying to keep up what they know is required and what they renting to or bringing to, and they do their part in keeping up things inside. But what ain't on them in a way that they can help, that's when they need to come out. But the importance in this can we talk community forum is sharing. If we are aware of things happen in these situations of housing and things don't uh, stay the way they are for a length of time and they wear natural tear, but should be a preparation of helping hands to do all they can if it's through the housing place to have people they can have in a team to do. If the people who they're contracting with don't, to make it very great for them to take care of what's help needed in hands to those know other things about areas needed and things they could use and educate them about it, what things they can do, what steps to take when things are not done and they have done their part but others are not doing theirs, how to work it out in a peaceful way, a negotiable way, or no, if it's no choice way, then they move. But hopefully that will not be something inconvenient no one in a place they like or want to be, but they had to go out due to things wasn't done by those obligated, chooses not to, feel they don't have to, or maybe feeling more money should be paid before they do. Those are not proper to do to those in those circumstances and living and so on, but to find ways to give them solutions, to work with them, to support things they can't control and things they didn't do to keep things in the right, lawfully and the policies way of their housing to where they drill or live, and also know that they know their part and expectations in not only their payments but the cleaning and all things keeping up like they would what they expect of them to do if in a contract. But these are vital discussions here on this is because some people don't ever come forth to say anything and they scared to say anything for feeling like they'll lose their housing and low income or that's when it comes to lawyers representation at legal aid to reach out to them and lawyers they may have of their own or someone advocate through an organization can work this and see what's happening and get what they need in the right way to get sure it's taken care of. Because no one is contented seeing things not right, yet they like where they got, where they live, and desire to be longer, but sometimes have to come out of a discomfort in a matter they like because someone won't do. And that's not being accountable in their way of living in a place others want money but don't take care of the things they committed to do. And those are laws and rights behind that. Even in taking care of the environment is very important. So again, this is Can We Talk Community Forum. My name is Donna Herring, a Clergy Alliance online and coming forth with things we should be caring about people in situations can't do nothing but those that have the proper perspective of credentials and things and know what to do, work on things to help better their life in the hand resource book, what to contact in places and different things they experience to help and get some done, not to make it so hard for them as they already try to get through everyday life living is enough on them, but to work with it and to get them to going through an easy way of getting their answers or things taken care of and having a peace of mind. This is what's so significant about the housing, the HUD, the low income, not only for the all ages, but the seniors in their place area, the families and children in their areas, and those disabled or disabilities in theirs to see to these things are kept in the right way should be done, taken care of, and even if volunteers want to learn things to benefit people in a way to be in a help support if they have extra time to give, or that can work if they can. If not, we have to make sure others are getting done by going through having people in a little resource book how to get things taken care of what they can't. People won't listen or ignore them. That's when we have to get what it takes to help support people in the community. And it's important they shouldn't have to run all around to find out who, what's, and where. Should be a resource book given to them to go to after time they done been through. Nothing has been done and no one seems to care. I've seen many various housing situations with people out there like that and have caused them to leave and not do no more, but they should have to have rights to not run every time something don't go right or no one take care of something, move out, find another. That's not right. And would like to we want to work on things to prevent that if they like where they at to have it rightly done that way with no discomfort way. I encourage anyone that you stay involved with your community, listen to the media on the news or either on Yahoo and in either in newspapers or wherever you might get your news or information from about things, or even when you're out and about, write or have a notebook to write things you see can be better, improve, or to bring forth in something that better bring for helping people. It's always good to be involved and engaged in speaking out, writing out, and then things we know now for it to help better things for those in situations don't know what to do or people refuse to do or don't care to do. But God always care, and we want to continue to keep things respectable to all diversity and whatever, no matter what living level they at, but to treat them fair and right like they deserve, and that makes anyone feel valued and cared in for. So this is God's nature for us to be this way with others, no matter where we at and what we do out there in the community, and professional to none to do that. And it makes people all know they cared for, they circumstance matter, and no one will ignore it and get it taken care of. And the focus here is the point to make is to continue to be concerned and caring about areas you like, places you go, and even better lives that wants to be improved. Is writing down things you see could bring it into city council, talk with them about some of these things you see and where at, and improvement of places they listen to as well about situations like this. And it makes them, and then the city, when they see things are going in the wrong way of keeping up an environment, not respect, they end up reinforcing things, demanding people to clean up trash, put it away, don't keep it, give fines, or they'll give you warnings before it go worse. But they the one will really stick to it that these things are not leaving places unbecoming and shouldn't be not cared for in any kind of way. They will reinforce it. And that's the best we can do is to speak out, write down your notes where at so they can do something to fix something, improve an area, or to better things for people lives and places deserve and need. And this is Donna Herring, the host of the Clergy Alliance online, and this completes Can We Talk community forum, showing we see and recognize things while we will be bringing different community discussions and things that it required of all diversity to be done, no matter what level of living you're in. It's fair to do and it's required to do. And to see to we want these things to be done, and having discussions how to what to do and where to go and get something done when needed when others don't. This completes the Can We Talk Community Forum in battering environments and getting volunteers, and it takes a village to keep things right. And wherever there's a team, right, or whatever, we work together, and as people of diversity to keep things in the way we want to see. For those who can't always do things like others, but we can work together in the fields they in to the requirements of others they can get to do in for them. To value, to let them know they value and we are cared for. And the things they go through, we see it, and we'll try to get a solution, or we'll make sure it be a solution to do what's necessary as possible. To next time, it'll be other topics relating to people's issues we'll be discussing in the Can We Talk Community Forum to improve lives, environments, and places people go. Till next time, talk to you soon. Bye bye.